Alright, so today I'm going to give you a small tour of my crappy little iPad 2 that I've had for approximately, I want to say 7 years, but I'm not sure exactly when I got this iPad. I actually got it from my mom, who bought this immediately after it came out. Literally, 30 minutes after it came out, she already ordered it. So after she dropped it and we got it repaired by a third-party dealership, a third-party repair shop, she gave it to me. So then I realized at the repair shop they did a lousy job and we sort of got ripped off for it. So we paid about $100, even though that's so much cheaper than Apple itself. It's still extremely expensive. So this time, after this screen stopped working from after the repair, the screen stopped working because they installed a crappy touchscreen. I decided to take matters into my own hands and I decided to go on Amazon to go buy a repair kit myself. So it was extremely cheap. It's only $19 and look at how it turned out. It looks flawless. It looks like it's from Apple itself, right? Look at this nice Apple sticker. It's extremely, look at that reflection. It's beautiful. So what happened was I took the kit. It was $19 and I bought it free shipping too. It does plus always, right? Free shipping's the best. So I bought it and then I repaired it myself. It didn't even take that many tools. I think I used one screwdriver that I already had that I think everyone should have that screwdriver. It's like a Phillips mini head. And I just used that to open up the iPad and then use a few magnets to assemble and keep hold of all the screws I've taken out so I wouldn't lose any. The screws are tiny and if I lost some I would be screwed. You see what I did there? So then I repaired it and I've had it for about 2 months already so far after repair and it's working perfectly and see, look at this very nice wallpaper here. So I actually took this picture myself. I was actually using my dad's camera. It has 24 megapixels. It's a Nikon D600 and I went to Boston and I took a picture of a squirrel and it looks like this if you want to see it again. It looks so cute, right? So I saw this man feeding a squirrel with breadcrumbs. So then I took a picture of the squirrel eating the breadcrumbs, and it turns out the picture was better than I thought. The lighting happened to be extremely good that day. It was like a sunny day, no clouds, and the background was perfect. It was a little bit contrasting in color, and it really provided a nice color spectrum for the picture. So then let me take you through my nice iPad. So it's an iPad 2. It's a white iPad and it looks pretty nice. There's a few scuffs on the edges from drops and maybe handling, like as in my backpack or something, and it rubs up against something sharp and it gets scratched a tiny bit, but that's fine. It's all cosmetic. My iPad still works perfectly normal. So then after I get through, and I get through by a very tough password of 1, 2, 3, 4, I get to the nice iPad. It's so great. So one might think nowadays an iPad 2 would be outdated and obsolete, but it's actually not true. It's running iOS 9.3.5 and it's pretty modern and it has all the modern UI of iOS and it's pretty close to the best iOS you can get. But the problem was I'm a type of guy who likes to break some rules, so I was hoping to be able to jailbreak my iPad. And I've tried multiple times, like even using apps like Terminal and coding for it. And it didn't really work because you know what 9.3.5 iOS was for? That one update was only for stopping jailbreak. And so far I have not come over any successful or constantly successful and stable jailbreak for iOS 9.3.5, which is a really big bummer because there's so many nice tweaks and like little adjustments you can make through jailbreak that make the iOS experience even more appreciated. So if you look through my iPad right now, it's extremely stock. There's like maybe a few apps here, and when I said stock, I meant I actually have the stock market game app on here. So you see what I did there? No, okay. So then everything's pretty normal. I just noticed that like on a few demanding games like zombie gunship games, I might get a little bit lag when I'm transitioning between the menu and also like the actual game itself. But other than that, it's actually pretty fast. Like sometimes I use an iPad keyboard case, and sometimes the delay there's an input delay between actually pressing down the key and then having it register on the iPad. So that's pretty annoying, but it doesn't really lose the keystroke. It just comes like 2 seconds late. So that's only periodically. It usually comes almost instantly. So I would tap it and the letter would show up immediately. So really, even if it's 2 seconds late, if I just keep on typing on as if nothing happened, and then eventually all the letters would be in place. So it's not that big of a deal for me. So let's talk about the camera right now. So let's look at this very nice quality camera, like under optimal conditions. Look how great the quality is. Like, just look at that graininess, all that noise. It's perfect, right? You like my setup? It's literally just using blankets, and I'm just like draping it over because I'm on a really low budget. And that's that camera. If you're wondering why I'm using such an expensive camera, that's not even my camera. That's my dad's camera. So yeah, sucks. And you see, look how nice the quality of this picture is. It's like so fine, and there's so much texture, like as in like noise and stuff. But who cares? It's great. Just take a moment to admire my nice photography skills. And also, if you're wondering why I have a jacket there, I'm just like trying to cover up as much empty room around me as possible, so then I would have as little echo as possible. So what I'm saying is that if I have more things to cover up, the spaces where the sound can travel after I speak, that means that the sound will not bounce back, and they'll be absorbed into the actual cloth or the blankets I've put here. So then when it comes back, it doesn't come back to echo in the microphone, so it will sound much better, the audio quality. But thing is, my audio quality isn't good anyways. I don't even have a microphone. I'm just using like a little built-in microphone on the camera itself. So since this camera is mostly for taking pictures with a great 24 megapixel full frame sensor, it's not really for taking videos. So they didn't really include the top of the line microphone, and maybe sometime down the line I'll think about putting a microphone down in order to have it better audio quality, and maybe even a better camera later on, because this thing only records in 1080p, and it's 2017 already, so I think sometime 1080p will become obsolete, but for now it's fine. And that's really it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, rate, comment, all that crap. You know, just do all that stuff, and have a good day.